Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I'm just sitting here drinking my morning coffee. Looking sexy as hell as usual. I thought I would sit down and do a video for you guys and gals. Now, this video is kind of, is going to be a response to someone in my comments, since I did a video yesterday, put it up last night. And it was essentially explaining that in 2024, if you were anti-TRT, you've got some weird dogmatic anti-science view, because the research is pretty overwhelming. And for some reason people won't go read research. I even had someone say, well, you said it lowers strokes and heart attack rates by whatever. Is this because the people who went on TRT went to the gym? And it's like, why don't you guys just go look at the studies? Like, if anyone that's holding an anti-TRT view, it's because you're not going and reading the studies. And if you need to ask stuff like that, you're not reading the literature. You need to go look. This stuff has been all over international news. These studies have been discussed in CNN, everything else. Okay, this is not stuff that isn't mainstream. So you can't even claim ignorance at this point. Like, you really can't, guys. I'm sorry. When this is being discussed in the mainstream news and everyone knows about it, you can't pretend it's not out there. Come on. And I've linked that study already, a few years back, right? I linked it. The largest scale study of observational study done across the entire U.S. on over 20,000 people, I think. So it's there, and the person says, but look, there's a lot of guys, and I've had to drop out of certain groups where they were all just calling it TRT, and they were all blasting and using more than what doctors were prescribing. And of course he didn't like that. And and I'll agree, if they're calling it TRT, that's a problem. I don't have a problem with them doing it, by the way. I see zero issues with any adult, right? Any mature, grown adult of their own sound mind using whatever amount of testosterone they want to use, as long as it's an educated choice. So I want to be clear on that. Like, I don't think that they're doing anything wrong, other than lying about calling it TRT. And here's my point with that. I think they shouldn't be doing that, and I agree. Is it something that's terrible? We need to call them out, or no? We need to call all of you guys out for being anti-TRT. I don't care. It doesn't matter what some little tiny subsection of the bodybuilding or fitness world is doing. That's irrelevant to the larger topic. And we shouldn't have to make my case. What do you mean make my case? My case is made by the science already. There's no case to be made. If you were anti-TRT, you are anti-science. You are anti-health. Full stop. Okay? You are no different than a person who is anti-antibiotics for infections. You're against prescription antibiotics for infection. I see zero difference. Okay. So let's talk about the other guys who are doing the other. Of course, it's not TRT. Okay, TRT is defined as the term. Look at the word itself. What does it stand for? Testosterone replacement therapy. Notice replacement is in there. What are the words? Testosterone, primary androgen in the body, humans. Not the only, it's primary. Replacement, replace something, something that's missing, a substitute for it. Therapy, well, that's assumed as it's a medical practice, right? TRT is a replacement, and even if it's high normal, there are people they're getting upset about that. Why do you care? Okay. Why is it your business that another grown-ass man chooses to go through a medical doctor and they boost their testosterone to higher inside the normal range? Do you same people go to all these groups with thousands of members, or the social media pages where we're selling the test booster? Do you go to those places and do the same thing? You're trying to cheat. You're trying to boost your testosterone a little bit. because most of them aren't even telling you it's going to take you outside the normal range. They'll call it optimizing it, taking it, and those things don't work. But if you're going to call out higher dose legal TRT that is still in the normal range, if you're going to have a problem with someone doing that, then you need to be calling out all that other stuff. When someone says, I take zinc because I think it'll boost my testosterone a little bit higher, I'm eating whatever, red meat because I think it'll boost my testosterone, then you need to be calling them out. They're trying to cheat. They're trying to boost their amounts inside the normal range. Okay, do we see where we're going? There's not a difference here. If that stuff actually worked, and it doesn't work, but if it did, that is literally what they're trying to do. The effects on the body would be the same. There would be no difference. The side effects would be exactly the same. Okay? But we need to be clear on that. Of course, then people will say, well, they're not going to be suppressed, but people on TRT are already suppressed. That's not a side effect. That's the problem people are missing with TRT. TRT means your level's already low, usually because of age. Your level's already low. What do you mean suppressed? Okay. Some of the comments I get in there, the same thing. Well, everyone who's most people are getting it through T clinics, not their normal endocrinologist. Where did you get these statistics? Because you know 3 guys who do that? Right? Because you know some guys who do that, that's what most people must be doing. I'm sorry, that's not statistically true. And even if they did, why do you care? They're doing something illegal through their medical doctor. But back over to the point. Yes, people who are using super physiological amounts and it's not being prescribed by their doctor, it's not TRT, and I agree they shouldn't be calling it that. I agree with that. However, why are they doing it? So that they can say that they're doing something without admitting to breaking the law, because these things have been regulated pretty unfairly in a lot of countries. I don't think they should be controlled to the degree they are. I don't think it should be illegal at all. I don't think any male over the age of 21 should require a prescription to walk in and get a bottle of testosterone at the pharmacy. My opinion. I don't think they should be banned in sports. My opinion. But they are. So because you people out there who support that, well, we need these restrictions, you're the ones to blame then. That's why people are calling it TRT. That's why they're doing it, because of all of you people who continue to hold that viewpoint and want those things more controlled. They're doing it just so that they can discuss this stuff without admitting to doing anything potentially illegal. It's very straightforward. And I'm not saying it's right, but it is because it's not. They're lying. But they've got a reason for doing it. It is a response to an unjust set of laws. Again, just my opinion. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative, and I'll talk to you guys next time.